No, she'll be fine.
Juno's just gone for a walk.
And so Wilma feels like a lost soul. Anyway, this video we are going to talk about arguments.
I know. Who would think that we would argue?
So I think a lot of people think, because we work together and we're sisters, that we never argue and we get on all the time, but that is not true.
No.
It's good to be honest, and me and Grace do clash at times, and we've had many times where we've disagreed and had really big arguments, and that's okay.
I have to say though, since I've moved out from my parents' house, we've argued a lot less.
Yes.
Although we now communicate a lot via like messages rather than in person.
And that can get read wrong.
Yeah, so I'll read a message and be like, okay, that was a bit mean. Or she'll read a message and be like, that was a bit mean. And then we'll have an argument. But actually it's just because we haven't communicated properly in person.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd talk about some arguments we've had, some reasons why we've argued. It might be relatable or you might be shocked, who knows.
The biggest thing we argue about is work, I would say. And it's a really hard one because obviously we work together and we have done for like good couple of years
5 years?
Yeah. And something that is causing us to argue a lot is... Oh,
yeah, we
it's
can
hard
say
to
it.
say.
Just say it. It's fine.
So obviously me and Grace were very... Well, me especially, I'm very used to working with Grace. Other than doing writing, everything I do is with Grace. However, recently, Grace has started getting a lot of job offers on her own, which is fine.
I feel like it seems like a lot more because you're not involved than it actually is. I get a lot of offers, but they never actually end up being jobs half the time.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, it's like at the beginning, it was okay because it was just now and then, but now it's probably like even the emails, like I said, they don't always turn into jobs, but even the emails, it's probably about 4 or 5 a month. Whereas the only jobs I do are with Grace. But Grace gets separate ones, a lot of separate ones, and sometimes really cool opportunities, or sometimes even brands that are more suitable to me than you.
Yeah, I'm hoping that our audience are going to see it from my perspective and be like, Amelia, you're an incredible author. Please remember that. She always forgets these things, but I guess it's easier to forget that bit and notice the other things. So the main reason we have an argument is basically when it comes to work and money, because when we're stressed out and we haven't got any jobs coming through, we need the money because we need to pay bills and things, and so it does get quite stressful. We don't have anyone else to talk to about this, you know?
Yeah.
Who else do you talk to when you haven't got any work coming in? Apart from each other, we're like business partners, but we're also sisters. So usually you would talk business to your partner and you'd probably be a bit more civil, but because we're sisters, we can just say all our emotions, all the tears come out, all the anger comes out, and it's quite upsetting because you don't really want to be having arguments with your sister about money. I think this leads also on to another thing, is that we compare each other. I think it's normal for a sibling to compare themselves to another person anyway. I think you compare yourselves to your friends, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really compare myself to my friends, but I think it's natural to compare yourselves.
Yeah.
And so when you're working with each other and you have different opportunities, it obviously, that causes a few problems as well. I think it properly started when Amelia wanted to do acting and I got an acting job in CBBC.
Yeah. I do feel like I've kind of always been in your shadow a bit, and then I got my book deal, which was like amazing.
And it was weird because for the first time I saw, we weren't getting any work through, and Amelia had this amazing book deal, and I was like, God, I completely relate to it. But now
it's flipped again.
Yeah. And it's just normal, like, different opportunities come. Amelia's now writing another book. Can I say that?
I know I'm writing another book. They don't know if it's coming out or not yet. So we shall...
Yeah, but she's now writing another book. And it's the same thing again. It goes round and roundabouts. But it's just, it's just normal.
Yeah, that's literally work. It's the best thing ever to work with my sister. And sometimes the worst thing ever. Because sometimes we don't shut off. Like, we don't. No. We will be having a family thing and then we will have an argument about work. Or we will stress out about work. I was on holiday once, I remember, and Grace had to do the work from home, which, fair play to her, was a sponsored video, a really hard one, and it got really complicated. But obviously I was on holiday enjoying myself, but then Grace had to do it all from home, then it went wrong, and then we were like arguing over the phone.
In Barcelona for my birthday.
Yeah, and then I was like texting you because we just joined a management.
I had to say, and I was like, Amelia, I've been in Barcelona for 2 days, and I haven't actually seen Barcelona, I need to turn my phone off. And Amelia's like, yeah, I completely get it. But then the other person's left in the dark because they can't work without the other person.
It's really...
And I have to say, one of the reasons why our videos may have been a little bit not as frequent recently is because actually, for the first time ever, when Amelia or my mum have come over, instead of doing the video that we planned to film, we've just had a nice time.
Yeah,
and it's the
really
same when
rare.
I come over to yours. I came over to yours the other day, and instead of filming a video...
And it's really nice, actually, because we kind of forget how to do that. I would say the one time we did that recently was when we had your wedding dress fitted, and that was really nice, because it was just, usually every time me and Grace are in London is for work.
Yeah.
So it was so nice to just go to London and just enjoy ourselves.
And Amelia brought out the camera, and then we thought, actually, no, let's just not film, let's just have a nice day.
And it's not saying we don't enjoy vlogging, but sometimes it's nice to not think about having to do something. I think another thing we sometimes argue about, which is me again, I sometimes get jealous of Grace, and jealousy is a horrible thing, but sometimes...
we're not on about work now, are we?
No, this isn't about work, this is about life. I'm jealous that Grace has a house, I'm jealous that Grace has a lovely dog, I'm jealous that Grace is getting engaged, and I feel like Grace has her life planned out a lot more solidly and quickly than I should. And it's insane because there's no rush. Like, you're still mega young, I'm still mega young.
It's also really weird because
I don't know why
it's not necessarily the life, like, I didn't set out to be like, I need to have a house and I need to have a boyfriend and I need to get married and things.
It just happened.
It just happened really quickly and just felt right.
Yeah, and I don't know why I get jealous about that.
But I guess it's natural for you to then feel the pressure, like, that's what I need to be doing, because that's what she's doing.
But also I see, like, you know, when you're just, like, living with Ryan and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, I want that. And yeah, it's jealousy, and like sometimes when I'm not like feeling too good about myself, I'll like be like, I'm sorry, Grace, I don't have your perfect little life.
Yeah, and just hang up, and I'd be like, what the hell did I do wrong? I guess that's natural with also working though with you and being a sister and then you being jealous. The jealousy thing, I think, is just normal.
I hope so, because it does make me feel like a nasty person, because you shouldn't compare yourself. You really shouldn't.
Yeah,
but
but we're like that with Henry as well.
I'd say other than that, we don't argue.
But we've kept this YouTube channel going forever. We still like each other.
And our relationship has actually just been getting better. It's just been better and better each year.
Which may say something about the earlier years in our sisterly relationship before YouTube even started.
Yeah. But I think, you know what I think it is? It's because sometimes I'm not happy in myself.
You also forget that I'm 2 years older than you.
Yeah, but also I know what it is. I'm not happy in myself, so sometimes then I almost like blame you for my unhappiness. Like, true. Oh, well, you know, if I was doing what Grace was doing, I'd be happy, which isn't true.
Yeah.
Because I always used to be like, as long as I get a book deal, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. But
yeah. And now she sits and I'm so sad. And I'm like, you've got a book deal. And she's like, I know.
Like, I love the fact I've got a book deal and it's a dream come true, but it doesn't mean like suddenly my anxiety and my sadness and stuff is just
I think actually that's probably comes down to every argument that we have usually. It is about us being unhappy with something or being stressed about something and taking it out on each other because we feel like we can.
Yeah.
Work, this video money.
So fun.
I was like, I know. Now everyone's going to unsubscribe, being like, they're not Mandevillesisters.
They're fake. Oh.
Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope that was eye-opening for you.
Yeah. And I think the message is like, it's okay to argue.
Don't get me wrong, we don't argue all the time.
I think also if you argue, it shows you care enough to like point out. So, you know, if Grace upset me and I just said nothing.
Yeah. Then what relationship's that?
Yeah. But then also, I'm not saying be jealous of your sister and make her feel bad about her success.
No, it's alright. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't know. I feel a bit scared.
I feel
this
vulnerable. I feel like people are going to think I'm mean.
No, I don't think so at all. Like, this is life. This is who we are.
Yes.
And we have just highlighted the bad bits. It's not usually that bad.
There's so many good bits.
Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye. Bye.